Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
We got a couple party poopers over here.
Every party has a pooper. I haven't had a buddy. Like more of a fist pump.
That was more. GloucesterCast 649 live from mile marker 1 in beautiful West Gloucester. We're a little bit of a dreary day, but it's beautiful in this one of our most favorite rooms in town. I think the design here I always mention as one of the most.
I would say whoever built it did a great job.
Would that be one of our? Could that be one of our friends?
No. Who could it be?
Maybe, just maybe it was.
Drew Hale. Of Hale Design Build.
Very nice.
I love the lights.
I hope they were watching.
Every day. They should have it on their TV.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see if they.
Someone should do that
see if the boys are on.
So what's that?
Someone should put it on Drew's social media.
That'd be a great idea.
Yeah,
I think I agree with you. We have Nicole Schraft over there.
Good morning.
Beautiful wife, Kate. Dressing down for the occasion.
I went for the logo, but yes, dressing down for sure.
Representing.
Yeah, hair's up.
Hair's up.
I put makeup on for you guys, and that's it. I showered.
She got that going for her.
Which is nice.
Yeah, which is very nice. Your host, Joey Shimataro, Scotty Mack.
Good morning, Gloucester.
I'm ready.
On the button.
And around the world.
Pack it.
Good job, Kate.
Thank you.
So, and Jimmy's in the background running the cameras. Kate, kudos for the camera for the button job there.
Thank you.
Very
It's
nice.
hard.
Sorry.
It's really hard.
People have messed it up.
We have a couple of
One, two, that's it.
we have a couple of orders of business to get out of the way. We wanted to mention yesterday. My beautiful mom, Pat, her birthday was yesterday, and we celebrated with her. We had a wonderful time.
Is she on? That's the question.
Oh, I don't know.
We haven't seen her yet.
We haven't seen it. She probably checked at the 8:55 minute mark.
Shelby, I can't get on, honey. Has she called yet?
She hasn't called, and
Nope, not yet.
was frustrated that she couldn't find the podcast at 8:55. Usually blows up the phone, and then I expect a phone call any minute.
Any minute.
But she had a nice day. We got a 9:45 call in from the Southwest Florida report from McCarthy. Huh?
The GNN report.
GNN. You got it. Good night, Naples.
9.
Good night, Naples report coming in hot.
I don't think they had a good night last night.
Night, Naples.
Anybody, Pat, did you upload the video?
I did.
Okay, so we have a little preview. Why don't we go to that? Actually, we'll hold off when Chris is on the podcast. So a lot of people, I think, that follow the blog know that I posted something about a mistake that I personally made, and I will own.
Which we all want to hear about.
And Kate is going to take the reins in this story. Do you think all of our listeners that have been anticipating this story are here yet? Should we?
Well, we're all here, and we're anticipating
all
it.
right,
Because
so-
we've not heard it yet.
So, without further ado, I'm gonna go to my beautiful wife Kate and have her explain my mishap and how it was handled.
Somebody doesn't read thoroughly, I believe. Yes. And I picked it up right away. So Joe said to me, let's go to Montreal, see the Bruins play. I'm like, hell yeah, in. does all the booking, like hotels and, you know, Airbnbs, whatever it may be. And he said, just booked an Airbnb, check it out. So I look at it, the first two lines, right away. We have a beautiful loft. We're a family of 3, and we decided to rent out a room to Airbnb guests. And I
Okay.
said, nope,
Yep. Okay. Go ahead.
this is my story to
No,
tell.
but I'm gonna enhance the story.
So-
Yeah, wait, your
I
turn, Joey.
immediately, I said, Joe,
Right.
this is a family home. Like, they're renting a room. No. Yes.
Okay.
But
So-
I was like, all right, I'll go with it. Maybe they rent it out when they're away.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Didn't really think much of it after that.
That's right. So everything she has said is absolutely true. When she said that to me, I was completely fear-stricken and panic attack because it said non-refundable. But I immediately contacted. This is by the way, it's an Airbnb, not a hotel. And in the past, I have rented at least 15 different Airbnbs. Have always
All been great.
been
Yeah.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal. And again, it was my fault for not reading
The first two lines?
tightly enough. But I was really focused on getting parking, and it said loft. I didn't read it thoroughly, obviously, but it said loft space, and it was in Montreal. I was thinking like in England, like it's a flat. They call, you know what I mean? Like so. I was just thinking it's a
Yeah.
different term
Yeah,
for
yeah, okay.
for this space.
All right.
That was where I went off, and I was off. When she said this to me, I think we're sharing this space with a family. I immediately texted the owner and said, "Listen, I know that I made a mistake, but I only booked 5 minutes ago. Can you release me from the booking and refund me?"
How many days in advance was this? Not
This
the 5
was-
minutes, but how many days?
No. It was a week ahead of time.
So a week ahead of time and only 5 minutes.
And only 5 minutes. So it's not
And
like
it's a weekday. It's a Wednesday night, Thursday night. So
Wednesday
it's not,
night and a
you know.
Thursday night, right? And I said I acknowledged my mistake, but like there wasn't 5 minutes searching for his particular place within this 5 minutes. He did not answer me, so I'm like,
Oh, and I don't know any of this is happening behind the scenes.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
So
like,
I'm so,
How
so,
would you at the
So-
time? though? You're not privy to that information. He's trying to fix the situation.
so okay.
But
Kate's gonna take
so
over from
then,
it.
Jimmy's horrified with that. So then we get there. Guy comes out super nice.
Very nice.
And I'm like, okay, here we go. We park down this
It's a
That's another story.
beautiful,
It is.
beautiful neighborhood.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Old town Montreal.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
beautiful.
great restaurants all around it.
yeah. So he's like, come on in. So we're walking in, and there's all these doors, and I'm thinking, okay, like, is one of them ours? Okay, this is our home. Please take off your shoes. And I'm like, the wife comes around the corner, introduces herself to us, and I'm like, okay. Then he brings us upstairs to our bedroom.
Bedroom. That was
Bedroom, queen size bed, no TV.
no
nothing.
TV.
Like,
wait
no,
a second.
No, hold on. No lock on the door.
No lock on
No
the door.
lock on the door.
And
And the bathroom is across the hall. We share that bathroom. I'm like, we're out. I'm like, excuse me, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'm furiously texting my sister and my mom. I'm like, Joey. And then I texted Madeline and Eloise. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I love you. Please love me. I'm leaving your dad.
so to further upon the story, the bedroom is not.
I've stopped listening at that
Yeah,
moment. I
she's-
was like,
No,
oh, yeah,
she's
you're done. You're
completely
out.
checked out.
Yeah.
And this guy is going on and on about the wonderful things, the history of Montreal. I'm doing the pee-pee dance because
And I'm
we,
doing this.
We did a 6-hour drive, and I'm like, I have to pee badly, and he's going on and on.
I'll text you.
And he explains that this is the bedroom, and the bedroom next door is their 3-year-old child's boy.
No shagging room.
No business was going to happen, and
Oh, and then,
but so there's no television to even put noise, you know what I mean,
Nothing.
or in the morning. And so in the morning, all I could think about while he was droning on was in the morning we're gonna wake up and we're gonna be. It's gonna be so. You can't just lounge around,
No.
Right.
watch. You know how you like.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
our
no,
routine.
Wake
We
up,
have a
you
routine.
get coffee. Like, what are we gonna do? Go downstairs
Right.
and like,
Hang out with these people.
Yeah.
With a 3-year-old.
What if you ate something bad at dinner?
So he finally, like exits the room after like 15 minutes.
Joe's like, I'm so sorry.
I am
Did
like,
he
I am
acknowledge
like,
your request?
Nope.
To,
no,
oh,
no.
Nope.
So he, so
No. And I don't know how much I don't sleep well.
You're right.
You know, like a feather can fall in a pile of feathers, and I'm like, what was that?
Really
So
look
then he
straight
says to me,
yeah.
or says to us, the fan's here not to keep you cool, but for white noise because it's a party street on this side of the house. And I'm like,
Which I don't think I don't think it would have been a big deal.
no,
But-
that was like the,
So
that was like,
so he finally exits the room. She looks at me, and she denies this. I think that this is true. She said, "I am going to fucking kill you."
I would never say that.
She said that.
Never
She said.
said it.
She absolutely said it. I said, and I'm like this.
I mean, not in the literal sense.
No, I know that. So I'm like this, honey. I promise you, had I known, and I will absolutely.
And then he throws in the, I tried to cancel it. I'm like, so you knew.
So you knew, right?
I said, listen, I will get us another place. And she says
No, felt bad.
she had
I
like
was
guilt,
let's
like she
just
didn't
give
want to
it,
make these people feel like
I know.
we didn't, they were, whatever.
Are they the swingers from the villages in Florida?
No,
I'd
no.
rather stay there.
So,
Is that how it felt?
so we go. So
That
We
was
need
the
to
thing.
get back
It's
to
like,
that. I want to hear the rest of the story, but we need
We
to
are
get back to who
strangers.
rents out their room
with
two
a
strangers
3-year-old.
with a 3-year-old.
And that like hit me a little
With a
bit later.
3-year-old in the house.
A
Right,
3-year-old
but-
in the house,
but
yes.
tell the rest
Like,
of the
to me,
story.
that's weird. So it gets better and then it gets worse. So we decide.
Oh, it does.
we
It really
decide
We-
to go to a bar right around the corner. We have a really nice drink. It was the first woman-owned bar in all of North America. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So I finally was like, yeah, Joe, I can't. Like, my mind's going, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to be able to sleep. I haven't slept all week. Like, I'm going to be miserable tomorrow. I want to enjoy the game.
I'll be in the car. You break the news to them.
No. So we find a hotel. And then we go out. We have nice dinner. We have another drink somewhere else. We go to the hotel to check in. We go downstairs to the bar. I go, oh my God, I forgot my toiletries.
So we took we took an Uber. We took
We
like
checked
a.
out,
We,
yes.
We, we,
Which is where the video was taken, if any of you saw
right.
that.
We grabbed our bags. We took a. We grabbed our bags
Snuck out of the house.
They were asleep because it was like 9:30. We snuck out. We get on the street
Catbird.
and the video. Like we don't have the video uploaded, do we?
I might. I
So-
think I did.
When this video came into our group text, I was like, "What is that?" Because I didn't know the backstory yet. But I'm like, "What? Like, there's gonna
No,
be something
it's not,
funny here."
It's
'cause
not
Kate's,
here. Yeah.
I know
Like
the
running
rest
up
of
the
story.
street. I'm like, "What
We
is
went
happening?"
back, and the 3-year-old opened the bag and was painting
No.
himself.
would've been good
So we grab the bags. We get an Uber across town.
15 minutes.
15
Sorry.
minutes.
It's like it's
Fif-
literally 2.5 miles, but there are
15
one-ways
minutes.
and detours everywhere.
We check in. We put our bags upstairs in this beautiful little boutique hotel, and she says, "Oh fuck."
Like toothbrush,
Oh, fuck.
everything,
Your-
face
and other
wash.
things that help you sleep potentially.
Yeah.
And
Because I
she-
put
I'd be in
in,
a
like, I
panic.
started to unpack. I like to unpack, you know.
so we finally had the exhale
We were
moment
out.
of getting our luggage out of this place with them being asleep. And now I'm like, oh my God, they know that we left. And now we're gonna have to go back and
I'm like, this
face
is your fault.
face
Still
them
blaming him.
to get the stupid toiletry
It's not
bag.
stupid.
No, it's not stupid, but like I understand.
Yeah.
So we took a 15-minute Uber ride to get to the boutique hotel. We had to take a 15-minute Uber ride to get back, and then pay the guy to get us back there. And luckily, and so the lady comes from around the corner when I was doing like the Grinch going up the stairs, and the lady comes out. She goes, "You're really not staying here?" And I'm like, I'm sorry.
At this point, did you say, why didn't you answer my email or text? Like, she
No,
should have really
no.
gotten back to you.
No.
Yeah, it feels like
You
it.
know what I mean?
Well,
It was,
so at the end of the day, I could have argued it, but the stipulation was that it was non-refundable, and at the end of the day, it was my
On
fault.
that, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
thought, so they were
Yeah.
Indian, and I thought that they're like big believers in karma. And I thought, like, knowing that it was only 5 minutes, that they would have been like, you know what, we'll knock off one night of the 2 nights. There was something.
Yeah.
But like they absolutely knew the situation, and they did not let me. They took that money. I ate that money. So
So listeners should type in whether or not they would have stayed. I would have been a
Yes.
hell no.
yes,
yeah,
good
I would have
call.
been a hell no.
Would you-
Would anybody else have stayed?
Joey, let's pause for a second and actually take a look at the comments and see if anybody has any questions for that story.
Yeah,
Or
have any
suggestions.
questions?
Not
But
yet. Not
we'd
yet.
also
Not yet?
like to know what
you have stayed
would you
or
have
would you have
stayed? It was
Here's an
Hell no. Alicia
Hell no.
says, which, yeah.
Alicia DeWolf, Cox, Hamilton.
Something, Alicia.
I just want to go on record. You can go to camera 2 for a second.
Yep. See, we're
Go to camera 2 and
Yeah.
just say, I'm over on this side.
Yeah, there's not one person that says they would have stayed so
I
far.
wouldn't do this.
Pat's like, get away from me.
We're
Pat,
getting a whole bunch of no's I can't even keep up.
yep. Phil Scannell says no. Paula Ryan O'Brien, I'm out. Nita Margarita says shared. Thank you, Nita, for sharing.
Oh, Mom.
We appreciate that. Chuck Schubridge says no.
Happy birthday, Chuck.
Linda Jerome Tupman
Oh,
says
that's right. His
no.
birthday was yesterday?
Yeah, my mom, same day as my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pat McNally said he would have gone.
So basically,
Everybody. There's
everyone's
not
with
one
us.
person. It was
It
an
was an
adventure.
adventure for sure.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yep. My mom says
It's
no.
fun to have an adventure.
So we,
Yeah.
Good story.
at the end of
It
the
was all
day,
laughs. I was never once mad at him. You know, when I told you I would,
All right, a
but
little
we
bit of a
laughed.
white lie.
Like,
We
there was
absolutely-
that one moment of like misery.
yeah, you pointing out was. Yeah, no, it actually added to the flavor of the
Yeah.
the experience.
It makes for a
Yeah.
good
A
story.
good story is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Especially when you run a
That
blog.
was yeah.
So yeah,
Content.
so
We have
there's that.
content.
We're gonna bring Patrick in. Patrick Hurd, who is the GM here at the mile marker. No, you just stay.
Okay.
Patrick Hurd. All kinds of exciting news to talk about.
It sure is. How's everybody doing this morning?
Everybody's great. Thank you for hosting us today.
Nice to join you.
The place.
Tell me you don't have a loft with a 3-year-old.
Did we the last time you were there?
No.
So Jimmy and Pat stayed in one of the renovated rooms. They had a fantastic stay.
Yeah, so
We did.
Pat,
Sorry, I was just reading one of the comments.
A much better experience than their Airbnb.
Oh,
Yes.
much better.
Yeah.
We weren't frightened for 1 second.
Yeah. There you go.
Jeff, wait, read Jeff Amaro's.
So
This one.
Jeff Romero says would have had a full boiled cabbage meal and stayed. Ralph DeGiorgio says this is why we don't let Joey book our rooms when we're on vacation. Yeah. So yeah, there's all
I
that.
mean, 9
Totally
times
the
out of
opposite
10, you've been spot on with great Airbnbs and hotels.
Yeah, I pride myself on being a good vacation researcher. In all honesty,
Not the person who worked in travel for 20 years.
I'm a value guy.
I was listening to a little bit, but yeah, I caught the kind of
Yeah.
piece of that.
So you have a bunch of renovated rooms. How many have been renovated?
6.
Six.
So we opened 4. We've got 2 more to go in the next week. Yes, there's a lot of moving parts in motion on Cape Air Marina right now.
Yeah.
We did a massive hotel remodel. We've put in a long seawall that's been about almost a 2-year venture that's about to be cleaned up. With that, we've had to done a massive amount of underground infrastructure with new plumbing, with new Wi-Fi, with new everything. And the bridge deck is about to come alive in 2 more weeks.
That's great.
So,
Ooh, the
yeah.
bridge deck.
Yeah, so the igloos have got another 2 weeks left, and then they come down, the tent goes up. So by Mother's Day at the latest, maybe earlier, the bridge deck will be open and rocking again.
By Mother's Day.
Mother's Day or sooner.
Or sooner.
We're
Okay.
hoping for Cinco de Mayo, but the weather may not cooperate. But definitely Mother's Day.
It's hard.
So you'll send me a press release. Are you going to do anything special for Mother's Day? Like a brunch or anything?
We're gonna buckle down and tackle what comes at us. Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll be doing our normal stuff and just welcoming the crowds. Yeah.
All right.
So we're already practically sold out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I took a little 10-second video of this new kind of deck that you built behind us. And we're
Yeah.
going to post that, and you can explain. All right. So
Yes.
what's,
So
what was
that deck sits at the far end of the new seawall that we've just put in. So from the entrance all the way down to the Mile Market building is a brand new seawall, and that deck sits at the end of it. It's a pretty good sized deck.
Yeah.
It's about 750 square feet. What we're going to be doing out there is yet to be finalized, but I can tell you what we're doing is going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of lounge chairs out there, a lot of fire pits. There may be a bar set up at times. There may be.
Will there be like drink service?
Again,
It's a work in progress.
We're
Work
not
in
committing.
progress.
We're not committing to anything. So
We're gonna hold you to
we've
it.
got 7 ideas. Oh, these guys will. Trust
But
me,
you
the phone,
said.
the phone will ring off the hook, right? So with the one breaking news that nobody's heard yet is that
Listen up, folks.
Alicia and I have been in talks for about 2 months now. I just went down to Rhode Island and bought a food truck. And Alicia from the Cove Cafe
The
and
best.
we are going to be teaming up together. So against this deck, we're going to have
breaking news.
we're
That
going to
is
have
breaking
baked
news.
goods
Good job,
and,
Alicia.
and coffee, and really be the only coffee on this side of the bridge for right now.
Yeah,
And
that's
you'll be able
true.
to sit on that deck and do that. So, and with that, back to the commitment, that's a 90% deal. We've not put ink to paper yet, but hopefully by this week we'll be signing papers and going on. But we're in motion.
Good
Yeah.
job. That's awesome.
Breaking
Yeah,
news.
that is
That's
breaking
awesome.
news.
Yeah,
That's
we're
fantastic.
super excited about that because that deck is a beautiful spot to sit and have some morning coffee and some baked goods. You know?
So you get sun. What kind of sun do you get there? Morning sun?
You get afternoon sun and the great sunsets. But because our roof line is so low, you've got sunlight and warmth by 8 a.m.
Wow.
You just don't have it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of our friends have been coming on Wednesday nights. You got a really special entertainer. Can you explain a little bit about your Wednesday nights here?
Brian Alex is by far one of the most talented musicians that I've ever heard. Especially, I should say that I've ever known personally. Lead singer for N-Train that most people know. I mean, the guy can get you out of your seat and dance like no other. And he does some solo acts, and he's just been very generous with his time. And we worked out a deal where he's become our house musician on every Wednesday. And he's doing some fun stuff. So each Wednesday, he's kind of theming it up. So he's got a good group of Beatles songs that he does. So the first weekend of the month, he's focused on Beatles, then he does some James Taylor the next. And then the last week, he teams up with a gentleman named Brian Cook. Really great pianist, plays with the Boston Pops, and he's played all over the world as well. And that day is focused on Rat Pack, Dino and Frank and etc. And it's
I was
amazing.
here for that evening, and I want to say personally, I know Brian Alex and his music. If you think that it's a Brian Alex show with whatever he plays normally, come see that show for sure, because this Sinatra Rat Pack stuff is tremendous.
No, it's amazing. You would never guess the guy that's just got,
Yeah.
when he's with
working.
that train, they're hooting, they're hollering, he's yodeling, and people are dancing, their brains out, and then to sit back and watch this guy belt out, Frank Sinatra, you wouldn't even expect it could ever happen. That's
cool.
Yeah, so talented.
Yeah. That's
So-
amazing.
So the room is a buzz on Wednesdays. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, and we may be bringing him outside a little bit on the new deck this summer as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would like to have that kind of thing happening.
Once again, we're not committing, but there's a possibility.
Come on, let us have fun on the deck.
We're trying to get there you go.
Job of a journalist is try to ask the hard questions to get the answers, Patrick.
We're finding a balance.
I know.
We're finding a balance here. We're finding a
I've learned in
balance.
my short time in Gloucester that if you put it out there, they're gonna hound you until it's done. So I just want to be careful.
You're still gonna be hounded.
Yeah. No, this is fantastic. So
We do have a question, I think, that maybe Patrick can answer that I think is about, Peter Rollins is wondering if dogs are welcome at the hotel.
I'm sorry, we're not dog friendly.
Okay.
We're not. I'm sorry. Almost
But
everybody that
Perry
works
is
here.
the best dog ever.
My dog's the best dog ever, but he can't come either. I'm sorry.
I love Perry.
that's fantastic. Well, thank you. But anything else you'd like to add?
No, again, the igloos are there for another week or two. So come down and enjoy those. The indoor dining is always great. Chef Wheels has been working here for about 8 years, and we've been working here side by side for 4. And I'm telling you from the heart, the food just keeps getting better and better every day. So
Yeah.
come and enjoy. Yeah.
All right, name 3 new menu items that like people have to try.
Our steak au poivre, which is grass-fed
like
New York
that.
sirloin, really great. We're doing our pinza, which is a Roman-style pizza. There's no sauce on it, but it's got 3 different cheeses, pistachios, and arugula. Great. And we just brought back our summer salad, which is the famous burrata.
That's my favorite.
Blueberries, strawberries, yeah,
Favorite
and
salad.
arugula. Really
Yep.
great.
Yeah, you had her at Burrata. Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you as always.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Happy Sunday.
Patrick Hurd, happy Sunday. Down at Mile Marker. This is the spot. And Nicole comes back. We have, don't forget, what's that, Jimmy? Yes, we absolutely do. We'll go to camera 2, the Pat Cam.
Do this one first? Or
So I would be remiss if we didn't mention that the Cape Ann Lanes podcast, Pauline Bresnahan
Oh, look how cute that
gave
is.
this. She had these made. Get a little tighter. Fantastic. I'll get it for you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I know. It's tough. Anyway, it said, oh, there you go. Entering Gloucester thing, and this is not part of the people that shared today. This is from that day, and you want to announce the winner?
Yes, Robert and Annette Spanks are the winners, and Pauline's is opening this week,
Okay.
Wednesday, for her 20
8th,
season,
20-something.
20-something.
What does it say
3,
there?
4?
Oh,
I
no.
don't think I
okay.
put it on there.
Yeah, 20
So
something.
Robert and Annette Spanks, this is the
swingers.
going to be for you.
Entering Gloucester
Yeah,
means something different.
you said their
Robert
name wrong,
Spanks.
by the way. It's Robert and Annette Spanks, the swingers from the villages in Florida.
Forgive me,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. They were the
It
winners.
comes with it.
Incorrect.
But we should mention this prize donated by Lobster Trap Gifts Enza Iacano. You can win this if you share and it has a nice hanging.
That was just removed from Finn Thatcher's
Yeah.
hand.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that next. Actually, that right there is the prize.
Did I say Finn Thatcher?
Yeah.
Finn Schraft.
Yeah,
Joey, I want to say, if you do not share this podcast right now, you're absolutely
we
crazy.
have 12 shares
This is
so far.
this is a great prize to win today.
Great prize, yeah. So if you share the podcast and type share, you'll be entered to win. Speaking of fishing and fish, we're gonna go to. Do you have the images?
It's not.
Yes.
It's not. I called him Finn Thatcher.
I
like it.
It was Finn.
It
I
may
said
be
Finn
triggering.
Thatcher.
Oh yeah.
Finn
It's a good last name.
Both salty.
It may be triggering.
So what? Yeah. Wait.
Trigger
We
warning.
will do a warning.
It's 2023. We have to have a
the
trigger
images
warning.
you're gonna see in momentarily are very graphic, and so if you're squeamish, you may want
Yeah.
to tune out right now. But we're gonna. So and Nicole. This is Nicole happened to Nicole's. Oh God.
I know, my whole, I know, yeah.
Oh. Do you have
You
the
took
other
it
one?
like a champ, guaranteed, right?
Oh
I
God.
don't think I
Yeah.
have them in the right order, but
That's all right.
All right. Oh. So Nicole, why don't you take it away from here?
So,
there's the hero in there. he is.
Poor buddy.
my favorite thing about that photo is he still has his waders on.
Everything. I love it.
Yeah, he's got his waders and everything else on while he was in there. So
So share the podcast and get the lure.
right? So he actually, so he went fishing in Beverly at like, I don't know, maybe like 10 o'clock yesterday morning with a buddy, and he had slept at his friend's house the night before. And then I was out with Thatcher doing some errands, and he called and said, "What are you doing? Can you come to Beverly and deliver us some water and Gatorade and whatnot?" And I was like, "I'm in Gloucester," but they were thirsty. So I packed up a bag and I took it to the pond where they had already caught like 12 fish, having like the day of their lives. And then I said, "Don't forget, across the street, and I won't tell you where, there's a private pond, and you know so-and-so, like I'm sure they wouldn't mind, like, you know, walk down there." So like 20 minutes later, I get a text from a friend who I don't see often with a picture of Finn fishing. Like, this is just how Finn's days go. So now he's at a different pond. My friend's sending me pictures, like, "Look who I found in my in-laws driveway," you know. I'm like, yeah, he's off. So during the day, he's sending me pictures of pickerel and bass and all the different fish he's catching. And then I was supposed to go meet a friend out of town, but I fell asleep watching a golf tournament, and so I missed it.
easy to fall
Luckily,
asleep.
because all of a sudden I get a FaceTime from Finn, and he's walking, and I can tell he's upset. And he shows me his hand where he has treble hooked himself twice. So not just once, but he's got one hook stuck deep in his finger and one stuck deep in his hand.
I
And
have a question about that. You said he FaceTimed you.
yeah,
Did he pre-warn you what he was going to show you
No,
first? Or
no,
did he
no.
just
yeah,
Well,
no,
when you're the mother of 2 boys,
Yeah.
you're pretty.
Yes.
No, that's
Yeah.
the shock value of it. Though. Just
Well, and the funny thing is, the older one was on a boat in the river somewhere, to which I just said, like, be careful. Like, you know, like, he's like, oh, we're going to do a sea trial with so-and-so's boat. And I was like, it's not that warm. Like, you have life jackets, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I had the other one on the brain. And he's always on his dirt bike. So I was, anyway, so there's Finn with his 2 buddies, like, giggling in the background.
I can just
And right away, of
imagine Ryan.
course, I was like, for the love of God, you know, like, I'll be right there. So I get there, and of course, I take the obligatory pictures, and his friends are cracking up. But then I look, and they're both deep. And they're filthy, you know, like, so his hand is, like, covered in mud, and he's hooked twice, and he gets in the car, and the very first thing he says is, I hope I don't lose my jerkbait, which is the type of lure he has that he, like, didn't want. He broke a rod yesterday, or 2 days ago. And he didn't want to sacrifice his lure. And I'm like, pretty sure they're not going to get it out intact. So now he's devastated the whole way to the emergency room about the lure getting snapped that's stuck in his hand. So I say, boys, I'm going to bring you home quickly, and then I'm going to take Finn to the emergency room. And both boys are like, hell no, we're going with you. And I wasn't really like thinking that they probably wouldn't be allowed in the room. So we get to the hospital. They're all sitting in the waiting room, all in their waders and their boots, and they're all filthy.
They're so cute. I love it.
And then they obviously weren't allowed to go back, so one got picked up by his dad, and Finn got back in quickly at Addison Gilbert Hospital, where they the first thing they brought over were the wire cutters, and he saw the word wire cutter, and he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, what did you think they were gonna do?"
Pull it right
And
out.
it was an ordeal. They put tons of numbing cream in his hand, like with a big needle. And that hurt him, but then he didn't feel anything, but he was like squeezing my hand, and I'm not really squeamish, but it was like 25 minutes of pulling and tugging and snipping, and she kept on saying, like, cover your eyes, everybody, when she was like snipping off a barb, and they were
God
flying
bless
around the
nurses,
room,
man.
and I literally, like, a couple, because I could just see like the pressure, and he couldn't feel it at that point, but I almost lost it a few
So
times.
Steve Conti wants to know, did Finn get to keep the lure as lure?
He has the lure still, but it's missing 2 of the treble hooks. So now it's just a prize. And he's
just get like a
tagged,
glass
he's
box or
tagged
something.
Six Sense Fishing, hoping that they might find out about it and send him a new one.
Ah.
Yeah, so he's tagged
Oh,
Six Sense
so
Fishing.
you have to send him this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's home all wrapped up and had to miss lacrosse this morning and is hoping to play hockey tonight, but we're not going to have that conversation
Is he
yet.
doing a 3v3? Oh, Connor's got his game at 4:45.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I don't even know what time Finn's is, but maybe 4:45.
So there's that.
But so the thing is,
Not
tell
nice.
me your kid's from Gloucester without telling me your kid's from Gloucester. So yeah, so Finn fishes almost all day, every day, and so it was bound to happen.
I think the most accurate statement out of when I was reading comments was, the only question was, how did this happen earlier on in
how
his
did it not
fishing
happen?
career?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because he fishes like nonstop.
Yeah, and it'll probably happen again. But,
There's that.
but I did feel bad. And it's April vacations. I think it's
Yeah.
our first April vacation ever, not taking a pretty big vacation, so it's a shitty way to start his vacation.
Oh,
You say he's going to get right back at it? Is he going to
Probably.
take a break for a moment? Or is it, I mean, how's he?
We'll see.
What's his thought process?
He wants to fish, but I don't know.
Maybe he
it
just
looks
gets
pretty. The
gloves
last
next.
picture, it was pretty swollen and pretty. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So Bluefin Blowout Family Fun Run is May 7th, I should say, May 7th at Stage Fort Park, 8:30 a.m. And I gave you the link. Do you have the link to sign up? I want you to put it in the chat, right?
Get me some ice.
I'm actually the DJ for this event.
You're the DJ, and we'll be live streaming.
We're live streaming. We had a great team last year. We got the team back together for this event this year because it's a popular event anyway. But to add to it, and you can watch it, live on Good Morning Gloucester, it makes it a whole, especially when you see Drew Hale coming. The Drew Hale report.
The Drew Haley
Do I picture you know that movie Happy Gilmore, where the giant comes running?
Yes. The nail in his head. Yes.
It's that. But we'll be there. We'll be there, and a lot of the advisors from Engel and Volkers will be there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Really? Are you going to
Yeah.
run it?
No, my knees are shot from years of volleyball.
Oh, there you go. So
I could walk it, or I could, be at the finish line high-fiving.
There you go. I created a post for this, so you can. The link will be also on Good Morning Gloucester, I think later this morning. But Pat, just if you're watching on Facebook and you see in the comments, you can click on that link to register. They do the really nice shirts. That's part of your registration fee. And it's a great time. And if you come and if you participate, we hope you'll come up and say hi to us, because we broadcast from the bandstand at the Visitor Center, and it's a great time.
I received a
Jimmy's the
phone
best.
call from
Thanks, Jimmy.
Beth Dooley, and she had a question for me, which I couldn't answer at the time. I was walking into dinner, but I have to get back to her. She wants to bring a whole team, like a whole group of people.
Yeah.
So you can do that too. We'll have an answers for you posted on that further.
If you go to that link, you can register teams. Yeah.
One of my favorite things is the dog-friendly. So many great dogs at this event. So many great dogs participating in the family 5K.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Peter and Jen, bring Perry.
yeah.
Bring Perry.
Perry's the best, cutest little dog ever.
Ever. So I think right now we should
No.
get to the success that Kate has been having in the real estate world.
It's been fun.
She's crushing it. Without further ado, why don't you explain some of your big successes that you've had lately?
Oh, hey, there's me. I just got a house under agreement yesterday in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Just under $2 million. That was amazing. Our friends Peter and Jen got their house going on. Actually, not this week, but the following week. But we're doing all the pictures, everything on Thursday. Probably go live on Tuesday of the following week. We got a lot of other things behind the scenes.
Yeah, big things happening. But we met Peter.
I need a few homes. I need
Yeah.
a few homes to come on, and
If you have a house to sell, Kate has buyers ready to go. Money.
happy to sell your house
Happy
too.
to sell your house too. No, it's true though.
Yeah.
We met Peter and Jen Rollins
At Tono.
at Tono.
The Hot Corner.
The Hot Corner. and we've been friends since. We keep track. We're Facebook friends now. They're in Gloucester all the time.
They were at Beauport last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
So Peter and Jen, if you're watching, what did you have for dinner at Beauport last night?
I think Peter's watching because he shared.
Peter definitely is watching, yeah.
Yeah, he's
And he asked about the dog. So come on, Peter, let's go.
Let's go.
I will say, Peter and Jen have been amazing
to work with.
to work so far. They have done such a great job getting their house, market ready, and from interior, exterior.
So where's the house located?
Wakefield.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many
I saw that.
bedrooms?
Super cute.
There are 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. Beautiful flat, huge fenced-in backyard. Great neighborhood,
Great neighborhood, and
right by the school.
and that neighborhood has access to all those great restaurants and that. What's that little downtown there? Just past the pond.
Yeah, Wakefield Center.
Is that Wakefield
Yeah.
Center or Stone?
Wakefield Lake is gorgeous.
That's Wakefield.
That is Wakefield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got the gingerbread house with the cupcakes.
Gingerbread Factory, yep.
Yep.
And Tono
Yeah,
Wakefield.
Yeah.
Tono Wakefield, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's that. There's one of my favorite sushi places. I don't know if it's still there. Sushi Island. I used to go there all the time.
And
A really great
Brothers.
Italian restaurant right in that area too.
Oh yes.
That restaurant is
what
tremendous.
is that?
I can't remember the name
Did it
offhand.
start with an S? Oh my God.
Maybe,
We went there with the
maybe they'll
McCarthys.
chime in.
Yes,
Yeah.
and McCarthy gets the tripe there. McCarthy will remember.
When he comes on.
Oh my God.
Sabatino's.
Up top.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh baby.
And I'd be remiss if I did not mention Paul D'Angelo and
And
Paul
Murph?
and Chris and Murph, Wakefield guys.
Really?
Yes, and and Chris Murph was actually in a band called Four Dudes from Wakefield. And then the band diminished over the years, and it went down. He goes, now we're 3 dudes, and we're down to 2 dudes now. So now I don't even think the 2 dudes. It's just 1 dude, and it's Murph.
So it's just Murph.
Captain of the Tiger Tail, which will
Tiger
be
Tail, which
back in the water this year.
Yes, and he was the official committee boat for the Bluefin Blowout.
Oh, okay.
He was out of the water. We had a different committee boat last year, I believe. But Chris Murphy on the Tiger's Tail was the official committee boat for the Bluefin Blowout.
No shenanigans going on that boat, I'm sure.
None.
No shenanigans.
Yes.
About selling ready. What you said they got their house selling.
Yeah, ready to.
What is it?
Oh, they painted the exterior. They, put the mulch down. Jen did a lot of like decluttering.
I haven't seen the inside, but the
It's
curb
so cute.
appeal
It's
curb
so
appeal is
cute.
off the charts.
Yeah, no, it's a very cute home.
Yeah.
Just staged it the right way. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. If you're looking, close to
Ready for
Boston,
you.
close to Gloucester, close to everything. Yeah, and then we got to find them a place to buy.
Yep, that's
Part
next
two.
step.
Part two.
Yeah.
There's that. You guys, so I'm gonna go to Pat, and
It's my job.
oh, I'm sorry.
No.
No, but you guys attended the Vietnam Memorial thing.
We did. Scotty was
And
there.
Scotty too, yeah.
And it was very well attended, despite the weather not being overly friendly yesterday. But
I
it
was
wasn't
very
all-
impressed with
wasn't
the amount of
horrible.
people
It was
that
a
turned out for
very
the-
large
yes.
crowd. Jim played his
Flugelhorn.
yes, and Scotty provided the sound system.
Oh, you were the
and-
DJ?
Yeah.
I did
Well,
not DJ. We provided the wireless microphone and the PA system so they could That's how many people were there.
We
You
saw
needed
so many
something so
familiar
you could hear it,
faces. It was very well done.
Senator
Ruth
Tarr.
Pino and Joanne Kukuru did an amazing job putting it together. And if you haven't gone down there, you should really go.
So can you describe exactly where, if someone wanted to go visit it, where would it be?
It's close. It's at the tennis court end of Howe Avenue, where Stageport Park that runs through Stageport Park.
Is it across from the Little League field?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so it's on
between Triton and the tennis courts.
on the boulevard of across from the
The best way to describe it is it's directly across the street from the Little League field parking lot.
Yeah, right there. It's literally right when you turn in on the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, it's beautiful. They
did a
really
great
did
job.
an outstanding job.
and as we speak, the people. Is there any graphics to go with that or no?
We have a few graphics, don't we?
Scotty sent a couple of graphics for us.
I want to point out that Adam Kukuru has a new appointment, and he's going down to Florida to work in the VA club, VA.
Adam Cooker is leaving Gloucester.
Yes.
Yeah.
leaving.
Oh,
And-
wow.
And I
I
know
don't have
so
them
many of
here,
his
I don't know
friends,
why.
and he's probably listening. Adam, we're gonna miss you, but we wish you all the best.
Wow.
He did so many things.
He's going to be well missed. And my father's a Vietnam veteran, so it meant a lot for me to be there as well yesterday, on top of just providing sound. And Adam, thanks for bringing that up, Jim, is going to be well missed. He was tremendous with all of the veterans in
Oh,
town.
yeah.
So I wish him well on his move and his new venture. You're going to be well missed, Adam.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention V. Chipperini too. I mean, V does
Yes.
tremendous work
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's a
I know
hole.
how
There's
that
gonna
goes,
be a hole. There's definitely gonna be a hole in their wake.
but they are ready, and they're gonna still do some great services. They're talking about Memorial Day already.
When is he leaving? Do you know?
End of
The end of like
May,
yeah.
I think.
Oh, so he's not gonna be here
Or
for all
maybe
the
the
Gloucester
beginning of May.
400 stuff.
Right.
Oh, what a
No,
that's
soon.
that's a loss for our community. I'll tell you that. Great guy, great
I
family.
don't know what happened to the pictures. I
Yeah, absolutely. So, I thought this was really interesting. Spain is going to offer. Is this the graphic right here? She didn't have them labeled. She doesn't, oh, here it is, right here. Spain is going to offer free train rides for the entire rest of 2023. Now, hear me out on how this is going to work, because I think this is fascinating. Oh, that's not it. Oh, you don't have the graphic there. So the way it's going to work is this: if you have to put in like 16 euros or 20 euros, and after you ride the train 16 times, they refund those 20 euros.
Oh, interesting.
So it incentivizes people to take that public transportation around
That's a
Spain.
great concept.
And think about that. I mean, a free train ride all over Spain That's a huge value. One ride could take up to 20 euros, and gets people off the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was a really cool idea. Did you have something to say?
Well, I was just going to say for the normal traveler or the student travelers even, that's going to be huge because a lot of people go to that area just to check the scene out and see if, study abroad and stuff. So we all know students don't live on a high budget.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's an interesting concept to consider locally.
Yeah, that was the point.
Right,
Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, well, we already have that it's basically pretty cheap. That
Yeah.
Cato on demand is unbelievable. We're gonna put that now booking events. DJ Scotty Mac. There's his telephone number,
Look at that.
so you can always book Scotty.
My next event that I actually have coming up is the Cinco de Mayo at the Elks in Gloucester.
Oh wow, they're doing something.
They called me and enlisted my services, and I was happy to be able to get back to DJing. So thank you to the Elks, Patty Wall and her committee, and everybody that decided to have it. And then a Mother's Day cruise on Beauport Cruise Line.
There you go. The city of Gloucester will trash and recycling will not be collected Monday, April 17th, in observance of Patriots Day. Patriots Day is one of
I
those
always forget
one of
this.
those days
Yeah,
where you don't
that's a
really
holiday.
know.
Right.
Patriots Day wasn't that the home of the half-price sneaker sale at Palazzola's?
I think it was. Yeah. Speaking of, for any old time Gloucester people, Townies would know because everybody had that circled on their book. This week, I went to get Bravo Pizza, my daughter's favorite pizza in town, and Nick, he said,
Awesome.
Joey, you gotta try these. We have these elite, unbelievable ice cream sandwiches. I tried the Cookie Monster and the key lime pie, both of them off the charts. You gotta try them.
I definitely have to try this, and I don't need the calories, but the taste of it alone looks amazing. And how was it?
It was as advertised, elite, not some thing that you think is hastily put together. Quality ingredients, creamy, delicious, didn't taste artificial, like really good.
I think that's a great idea and a great additive to what they already have for their pizza.
Yeah.
I know they have pizza parties. People get Bravo for their events and stuff, so I wonder if they're going to add ice cream as a dessert for that.
We've got like 3 Facebook users who've shared, and I don't know who they are.
Okay, so anybody that's watching from Cape Ann Live, when we love that you're watching it on Cape Ann Live, we love when you're watching it from anywhere. But when you share it, you need to put your name in as well because your name doesn't get carried over.
This is all we see.
All we see is it says shared by a Facebook user when you're not watching it on Good Morning Gloucester's
Right now, I've
Facebook
got 3
page.
of those, so
And
I don't
there's
know if they're
3.
the same person.
Yeah.
Or if,
So we can't leave the stream to go check on Cape Ann Live who those people that shared. But please share it again from your Facebook
and include your name.
when you share it, so we make sure you're
Yeah.
included. Why don't you hold up the prize again, Pat?
Okay, yes, I will.
There you go. That's a prize. It's got a hook on the back. It'll hang flat on your wall, and really, really great prize. And that was donated by Enza Iacano from oh wow, look at the guest from Lobster Trap Gifts. Thank you so much. And we have our special. It's time. They're 3 minutes late, but they're gonna be joining us from
Oh, we got Ralph and Chris?
Ralph and Chris. We're going to have the Naples report right here. We're going to bring in Mr.
Are
McCarthy.
they still stranded?
But take the share down. Yeah, there you
Some
go.
transition music for this. Some intro music.
Hey guys, how are you?
Are you still on the boat? Are you still
Hey,
trying
Joe.
to raft up?
Oh, we almost died yesterday. We were almost into Cuba.
Whose fault?
Good thing you had a good captain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this, Joe.
So
He's gonna
explain-
make you proud.
Explain the backstory, how you guys ended up on a boat together, where you rented it from, and what happened.
Go ahead, Chris. I'll let you take the lead on
No,
this.
no, you can, Ralph.
Chris is sweating because it's so hot in Florida. Thank you.
All right. So we let Chris rent the boat. We should have been tipped off when we got to the boat rental place and it said Jed Clampett Boat Rentals. So that started it off. So we get on this boat, it's got a 14 horse motor trying to get all the way to Marco Island. And we get to our destination where we're supposed to be going, Island Gypsy, for lunch. And we're waiting. There's a bunch of boats waiting, and Chris is yelling at the kid from the boat, "Hey, I'll give you $200. Come on, let us pull in the whole bit." So now we finally get to the dock, and we all go in and have lunch. And we come out, and we get on the boat. We drive about, maybe a half a mile, and the boat dies. Thank God we had Steve Reed on the boat, who's a half-ass mechanic. Realizes that the gas line was sliced. And I immediately said to Chris, did you tip the dockhand? And he goes, no. The kid sliced our gas line. Now we're drifting out into the middle of the Atlantic. I mean, the Gulf, rather. And now we have no gas line. Gas is pouring all into the ocean. All right. And then come to find out, because Chris didn't tip the kid, he sliced our gas line.
Yeah,
So
but
we almost died. We had to sacrifice one of our passengers.
But the person who really saved us was Joe's sister, Felicia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's
been on the water all her life. I heard of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been on the water all her life.
But for those of you who want to see our near-death experience, I posted on GMG Chris. Go to GMG Chris. You could see the full video. It's pretty amusing.
And wait to see how far out we were.
Ralph, tell them what you used for tools.
Oh, so Steve was able to get the gas line separated, and we needed to cut the rubber hose. So I was asking the girls, does anybody have a pair of scissors? Does anybody have a fingernail clipper? Does anybody have to cut your nails or trim your nails, whatever, file your nails? They had nothing. So we took a can of Coors
Corona Light,
and we cut the Corona Light. Sorry, we wiggled the can until it snapped in half, created a sharp edge. We used that to cut the gas line, and then reattach it using some of our skills. And then we had to take Charlene's bra because the throttle cable broke. So we had to use the underwire to reattach the throttle cable to the engine. That was the only way we survived.
God she's a 38D.
And then we managed to, yeah. And we managed to survive on eating human flesh because we were out there so long.
Oh my God! So
but we're here. We're here.
How long were you straight? Did they come out? Did the boat company come and tow you back, or what happened?
Oh, we were there for 2 days anyway. It seemed like an
We had to drink our urine and eat our poop.
There it is.
Great for the breakfast crowd.
Actually, that's the question of the day. If you had to eat your own poop, would you? Only if you had to.
Luckily, I muted that just in time. Luckily, I
Chris has been following his dog around the house way too long.
Chris, you keep on wiping sweat off your foot. Can you give us the weather report down there, the Southwest Florida weather report?
So the weather report is the same
Chris?
report I gave you last Sunday, 85 and sunny. It doesn't change. It doesn't change down here, Joe. And speaking of that, Joe, Ralph and I were talking earlier. We heard about the igloos still being up. Can you tell us when the igloos are down? Because we're not coming home until the igloos are gone.
The igloos.
Igloos.
The igloos. The igloos are coming down in a week, he said, and then they're going to have by Mother's Day, they're going to have the tent out there. But you should see. Did you see the video? I'm going to show you I'll go back to the graphics here. I took a little 10-second video, and I'm going to show you the deck that they built out by where the boaters are. Here it is.
Nice.
I mean, that's
Oh, that's
yeah.
Joe, my
fantastic.
question is, there was a lot of heavy breathing during the video
That's what I
taping of
said.
that. I mean, was everything all right?
Well, you know, I've I've been following the Chris McCarthy, murder yourself with food diet lately, and I'm a little out of shape right now. So I might have been
Hey,
out of
Joe,
breath.
But
speaking of that, I heard you talking about the race coming up, the 5K. And
Yep.
if you want to make a post and GMG listeners want to, if GMG listeners raise $1,000 for ALS, I will run in it.
Oh wait, there's no. It's just for him to run in it.
Wait, can I say something? He says
said
ALS instead of Alzheimer's.
ALZ or ALS?
LSD.
LSD. All right, hold on.
LSD.
We have
he's just
we have some footage from yesterday's island disaster. Hold on.
We might have it.
He's the owner of the house.
Thank you, sir, for letting us.
Can we put an offer in on your house?
The fuel line split right in half. Really? We MacGyvered it. We took a can, made a knife out of it, cut the rubber. And I will put it back.
What are you taping it back together?
No, there's a clamp.
Oh, is what you need a rubber? I have a rubber.
So what would have happened if Steve Reed was not with you guys? Can you explain what do you think would have happened?
We would have.
well, we
thrown the
would have
women
probably would have
overboard.
blew up. The boat would have blew up. We would all died. It would have been a catastrophe. But Joe, during this whole period of time while we're all sinking to our death in the abyss, all we could think about is who would book a room in someone's house.
Yeah, things could be worse. Things could be worse.
Hey, listen, we're gonna say hello to the chief mechanic on the boat. He just happened to step in.
Oh, there he is, Steve Reed.
Yeah, he wants to know why Chris is sweating so much.
I don't know. He must have
I
covered
drank.
right off the-
I drank too many Bloody Marys yesterday.
Oh
So-
my God! Thank
So,
God
Joe,
for Steve Reed.
I heard about Finn's accident. I saw the pictures. That's horrible. There's a great tackle place down here in Bonita Springs.
Master bait and tackle. Nice.
So I met the guy who owns Masturbate and Tackle. He wants to come on the podcast.
Oh,
I'll go in there and see if he'll donate a lure to Nicole's son.
Sweet.
But
I would love to
it's
see
pretty-
Finn wearing that shirt.
you have to send the pictures so the guy gets the whole gist of it. By the way, our good friend Tani, yesterday was the last night of service at IPOTSI, and I'm not sure when is he going straight in to the other place, or are they taking a little break? Do you know, Ralph?
Yeah, they're basically moving all the equipment from the existing restaurant and some of the furnishings into the new place, but they're not ready to open. He hasn't announced the exact opening date yet, but that they're in the transition period from the old to the new.
Okay.
And he's going to hopefully try to get a little bit of a break. He works harder than anybody I've ever met.
Yeah. Great
Hey.
guy.
Hey, is
So,
Nicole
if you
still
reach
there?
out to Tani, yeah, Nicole's with us. Yeah.
Nicole, I heard you mention something earlier that you were supposed to go out to dinner, but you were watching golf and fell asleep. Are you saying that golf
did.
put you to sleep?
Nope, I've been all over watching golf. I was watching Jordan. He was third and down there in Hilton Head in the RHC,
Yeah.
whatever
What-
down in Hilton Head. No, I watched it for a long time and then I dozed off because I was
Are you
bartending late on Friday night.
are you a Speed fan?
I am. Yep.
Actually,
Yeah,
Charlene is
she-
too. We went to the Masters 2 weeks ago, and he's coming off 18,
that.
and Charlene's holding up her shirt, trying to get his attention. wanted him to sign her bosom. I couldn't believe it. First time in Masters history. That any
Was
woman,
she at the is it the waste management hole out in Scottsdale?
16.
Is that where she thought she was?
well, actually, the Masters official, the Masters official came up and said, "You're no longer allowed at the Masters. You can go to the waste management next year."
That's right.
Yeah. And then Chris didn't even have a Sharpie to sign, so thank God I had a can of spray paint that they could use.
It's a sign of Happy Gilmore right there.
Yep.
That is
We
fantastic.
got some.
Oh wow! What just happened, Chef Wheels?
That looks amazing.
Thank you, Chef Wheels. Wait! Can you get the camera on Chef Wheels? Can you explain what we're looking at here, buddy?
So that's a ranch here
Looks like
It's amazing.
with black beans,
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
creme fraiche, and fresh avocado, and that's our epic French toast.
That is epic.
Had that a few
So
times.
Patrick told us earlier you're doing a steak au poivre.
Oh yeah.
That must be
ooh, I
awesome.
love steak au poivre.
And so what kind of cut is it? A ribeye? New York strip?
Yeah, strip.
Wow.
Grass fed.
Grass fed. All right, we're gonna have to make it. We're gonna have to make some reservations.
All grass fed.
Well, that's right.
Hey.
Will that be on the menu for a little while?
Yeah, for the summer.
All right. Well, thanks, Chef.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Look at the French toast.
We're gonna zoom in on
That's
this.
about as thick as a boat cushion seat.
That is.
Right?
You could use that for a cushion.
That looks delicious.
That-
I'm a little concerned about Chris. I mean, he's really looking tough with the sweating and looks a little pale. Are you okay, buddy?
I haven't taken my high blood pressure medicine yet. So my blood pressure is probably running around 210 right now. So I gotta go take my medication. You know,
So when are the two of you?
when you spend time down here
When
in
can we-
Florida, for some reason, the amount of medications you take go way up.
Well,
It's a
I'll tell you,
prerequisite.
we had two beautiful days up here, and it went right back down into the pus. Gray and cold. And I said this yesterday with amongst some friends that I think we really have to put ourselves in the mindset that it's going to be horrific until middle of June, and any good days you just take as gravy, because other than that you just set yourself up for disappointment.
Joe, you know,
Is that
Joe, you know we love you, and there's always room on Good Night Naples for you. So you could always come down here anytime you want. Like, actually, Chris was just mentioned that we needed a new keyboard person, so I'm gonna come down, Joe.
So when so can, for the people that have been asking, because a lot of your loyal fans have been asking, when can we expect a Gloucester return appearance by the two of you?
Oh, I think we got a bad connection, Joe. If the camera's starting to go crazy on me.
The
I'm
McCarthy's
coming
are
home
coming
Tuesday.
back a week from Wednesday.
Okay.
And
So
I'm coming home Tuesday.
Within 12 days, within 12 days, you guys will both be back.
Yes.
All right, buckle up, Buttercup.
Get the
Hey,
boats
Joe.
ready. We're
All right.
coming.
Joe,
Great.
one quick shout out, because Danielle from Yella reached out to me. Yella on the Water in Gloucester
Yeah.
is now open. So go say hi. Great food. She wants us to do a podcast in May. Try out some of her new dishes. So go visit Danielle, Yella on the Water.
Fantastic. All right, there we go. Anybody else have anything that they wanted to add?
No, but Chris, I sent you a link. Look at it in a minute. A house I rented. I want you to do a drive-by so I don't have the Joey and Caitlin debacle. So I sent you a link. I think it's near you. So check out the link and get back to me.
There you go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for the Southwest GNN report. Good night, Naples. We'll see you soon.
All right, bye, guys.
All right. There's our friends. Always good to see our good friends.
Miss them.
Always good to see them. Pat, let's do our shares. How many shares? We'll give people 1 minute to share the podcast and type shared.
We are currently 25.
Are we at 25? Oh, wow. All right. 25 shares. We're going to give people, so hold it up, the prize. And we're going to give you 1 minute to share the podcast and type shared. If you're not watching it on Good Morning Gloucester and you are watching it on Cape Ann Live, then make sure you include your name. Yep, all ready to go. That's a beautiful thing, and that was donated by Enza Iacano from Lobster Trap Gifts, lobstertrapgifts.com. They have a tremendous amount of local themed hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts for your buying. So there's that. All right, so is Lisa Tilsey?
Yep, that's number 26.
26. All right, 1 to 26.
And to answer Robert and Annette Spanks, yes, we will give the Pauline's gift to back to you through Wayne, and you'll put it in your mailbox, Joey, for Wayne.
Sure will. Do you have my mom?
Nope. Sorry. Yes, I do, from earlier.
Okay,
Yes.
from earlier. Okay, here we go. 1 to 26. And
Oh my god, the French toast smells so good.
Number 2, Annie Rochon.
Annie Rochon. Nice, Annie.
Winner.
Annie, nice to hear from you. All right, can we go? Can you slide over or Jimmy? You want to go right here? Yeah.
See, I was right on. Buttons ready to go.
Kate's right on the button.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, no piping plovers were harmed in the making of today's podcast.
So serious.
You gotta leave it on him.
This is so uncomfortable.
Little town with big news. 411 come get the school.